Good morning, Master Gordon. It's time to get up and become 1% better than yesterday. Here's today's calendar, sir. There are 2 events remaining. Here's the fact of the day. Did you know, in the first 6 months, a newborn child will consume 7 times as much water per pound as the average American adult?
Let me put some hot sauce on that thing real quick.
Cause when I look at you, I feel something tell me that you're the kind of guy that I should make a move on.
I would like to get to know if I could be the kind of girl that you could be down for. When I look if that's so bad, then I'll be more than you ever could dream of. I would like to get to know if I could be the kind of girl that you could be down
Let me put some hot sauce on that thing real quick.
So guys, it's currently 6:56. Typically around 7 a.m. I start reading my book of my app. This is basically just a book that has like all my goals in there, all the most important business models to me, everything that's really important to me, like my goals, affirmations, my Wikipedia page. This really just keeps me on track, makes me kind of just remember who I am, who I want to be, what sort of legacy I want to leave behind. Just my whole entire life just planned out for the next like 3 to 5 years, basically, in excruciating detail, like the exact home I want to live in, the exact address, the exact pictures of that particular home, my vision boards, like literally everything is in this book, which I call it the book of my app. If you guys aren't familiar with like my app is just, truth, wisdom, and justice. It's a spiritual system that my ancestors laid down, the Egyptians, the original Egyptians, should I say. The African Egyptians, the original Egyptians. With that being said, guys, I'm gonna eat my breakfast, get into this, and just after this, what I do is I like to read as well. So I read my book on my app, complete that. That's like the most important task. Well, that literally is the most important task, which is why it's the first thing I do. Wake up, grab my breakfast, drink my water and whatnot, and then I read my book on my app for around 20 minutes. After that, I then jump into reading an actual book. So currently, guys, I'm actually reading a book called The Ultimate Sales Letter by Dan Kennedy. So, that being said, guys, I'll leave you with some B-roll. So guys, it's 7:25. Took me 5 minutes extra to read my goals today. A lot of people actually want to ask me like what's in my book of my app. Like, I've literally had people try to pay me just to look at it, but like I'm never gonna reveal that one, to be honest with you. That's kind of like my own personal programming I put into my brain. Has all my goals, all my next moves in there, so I don't think it would be wise to actually share that. I don't even share that with my students and whatnot. Nobody's really seen that except for like my closest friends, like my brothers and stuff like that. That's literally it. So anyway, guys, 7:25, gonna get into some reading. I read for about 30 minutes, 35 minutes typically. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read this, and then what I'm gonna do after that is jump into the shower, get ready, get dressed, meditate, jump to my first work block. So let's jump into this. Right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go jump in the shower, get dressed, freshen up and whatnot. Make sure I'm looking good, smelling good and whatnot. Then I'm gonna jump into some meditation, and then at 8:45 a.m. I'm gonna jump into my first work block for 1 hour and day off. Let's get it. So guys, pretty much fresh out of the shower.
It's 8:29 a.m.
So it's 8:29 a.m. I'm slightly late. I obviously had to jump in the shower, get dressed, freshen up, do my hair, put my cream on. You guys know we're already rocking the cocoa butter, of course, being black 101. As well, guys, what I want to do is I got a new lens last night. I'm not sure if you can see this. This is like a, what you call a prime lens. A f2 22mm lens, so it should be more cropped in than the one I'm using right now, but it should be sharper and it should let in more light. So low light capability should be better, and it should look sharper as well. So, and the bokeh effect of like in the background with a blur. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly throw this on in 3, 2, 1. Damn, that is a good ass lens to say how tiny it is. Like, take a look at how blurry this bit is, and like how like sharp I am. Yes, it's cropped in more and it's a little bit, I have to kind of extend my arm a little bit more, but that looks so much better. There's no zoom on this camera. It's called a prime lens, like a pancake lens, if you will. Anywho, guys, I'm gonna go jump into my morning meditation. I also had some lights come, some new lighting actually come last night as well. I kind of set that up off of screen so I can kind of show you guys the new setup, but we'll get into that now. Then I'm gonna jump into meditation, jump into my first work block. I normally start around 8:45 a.m. after 15 minutes of meditation, so we're gonna do that. The reason why I meditate, guys, is just because it keeps me focused, keeps me grounded, it just keeps me, you know, on track, and it kind of eliminates, like, you know, all the expectations we have as entrepreneurs. It's kind of like, it's like a humbling time for me, kind of. Yeah, that's basically what it is for me. Kind of just keeps me on track, makes me humble. In terms of like gratitude, makes me appreciate what the stuff I've got and stuff like that, and how blessed I am, because sometimes we forget. Okay, so this is what the office is looking like right now. Everything's kind of just turned off, ready and waiting. Of course, I got my candle for my meditation already set up for you guys. Good morning.
Good morning, Master Gordon. Please allow me to fill you in on today's events. Right now in Sheffield, it's 14 degrees Celsius with cloudy skies. There are 2 events remaining. Please, do enjoy your day, sir.
So guys, it is now 8:51-ish a.m. in the morning. I literally just finished up 15 minutes of meditation. I'm slightly late just because I had to set up all this crazy shit. Literally had loads of deliveries last night. I should have probably done that last night, but I wanted to get, you know, obviously if I'm shooting this, that means I have to actually wake up earlier than my actual alarm, so I could set up the camera and whatnot. So I obviously wanted to get a good night's sleep, so I didn't set up all this crazy stuff prior. But anyway, guys, if you're wondering like what I meditate to, literally it's just like this health anxiety dude that I found on YouTube. Like, some of you guys have asked me about this previously, like, what do you meditate to, how have you overcome your health anxiety? And literally I just found a guy called literally The Anxiety Guy on YouTube, and the one I meditate to, and I literally meditate to this every single morning: health anxiety affirmations, release symptoms of anxiety, brackets, daily listen. That's the exact title of the actual video. If you guys have a health anxiety or any anxiety, I definitely recommend you check this guy out. Really helped me. I've been listening to this one single video probably for the last year and a half or something like that on a daily basis, and like, it's pretty much killed my health anxiety. The only time I really get health anxiety is when I'm kind of like hungover, for example. I'm traveling in a car. I have to be hungover. My triggers are I have to be hungover and traveling in a car that I'm not driving. It doesn't really happen that much anymore. It's pretty much like 99.9% just gone. And obviously, thanks to this guy. Anywho, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna journal today. Today we haven't got much on the list. It's kind of a weird day today. Like I said, normally I don't really do admin-y kind of tasks like setting up kit and stuff like that, but obviously, guys, it is super friggin' exciting when you've got your own place and your new office stuff comes, and new lens comes, and literally new Alexa lights come, should I say. So like, all my lights now pretty much in my bedroom, in here, are just Alexa controlled. Desk lights red. So like, these you've already seen kind of get controlled, but these as well. Office lights red. So like, these were on term red and stuff like that. I'm not sure if you can kind of see that. Let's just quickly flip this up. But yeah, those are support. Well, they're red. They actually are red. It's just that you can't see it on this particular camera. Let's set this back up. So guys, there's not actually much to do in today's actual day. It's kind of a weird day, like I said, setting up all this kit and whatnot. I only have basically 2 coaching calls to do today in terms of like my most important task. However, what I like to do is I like to block off my actual morning from 8:45 to about 11-ish to get my IPAs done. My IPAs stand for income producing activities. These are the things that are going to move my business forward. These are the inputs that create the outputs. So I made a video not so long ago talking about like lead measures and lag measures. This time right here is my holy time to get my lead measures done that create my lag measure. A lead measure, for example, is doing Upwork outreach, doing email outreach. Those are the lead measures because those lead. Then what they do is they produce calls later on down the line. They create conversations. Those conversations then turn to calls. Those are lag measures because obviously there's a lag behind the lead, actually doing the work and then actually setting up the calls. So on today's list, what we've got is 15 Upwork proposals. That is literally where I'm getting like 99.9% of my clients from. Then we have cold emails. Well, I would say about 80% of my clients are coming from Upwork at this particular point, and then 20% are actually coming from email. If I'm actually going to do the maths correctly, I might as well, if I'm going to teach you guys and tell you guys what I'm doing. So whenever I'm journaling, I just write down literally like 3 to 5 tasks at most that I know I need to complete, and those are income producing activities. I'll give you an idea as to what income producing activities are. Upwork outreach, cold emails, cold calls, anything that basically sets up meetings for your social media marketing agency, actual calls themselves, so like actual sales calls. So obviously that can directly produce income. For me, because I've got like a personal brand, that would be editing YouTube videos and making sure that those YouTube videos are actually being posted, like the actual posting of the YouTube videos. I don't really edit my own YouTube videos these days, except for like these vloggy style kind of videos. What else have I got to do? I had a coaching call last night with one of my other students, and she's now completed the program and whatnot, and she gave me a really awesome, like, I just literally asked her, like, out of curiosity on the call, like, how did you actually find this program? And she literally spent a good like minute or something like that just explaining how good it was. She even said that she told her mum that it was amazing, and she name dropped a certain person and said it was even better than their course. I'm not going to name drop any person right now because I don't want to throw any shade, but like she was saying, like, it's the course to be in, course to go to. So I'm going to edit that. I probably might even throw it in this video, or might even just throw it on like a different video. But yeah, how have you actually found this actual mentorship, man? What was your feedback on this?
I believe I'd say it's the course you must take before getting any other course in the market. You know,
I appreciate that.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not actually, that's one thing I mentioned to my mom like a couple of days ago, because she was like, who you talking to? Like every other Tuesday, like every Tuesday at 5:30, you're talking to somebody. And like, no, like I've invested some money, blah, blah, blah. And she was curious to know what was my opinion, what was my feedback over this course. And course, I believe it's great for systems. He places really good systems so that you don't have to, automation, all that kind of stuff. But for you to actually start getting meetings, for you to start actually making money, for you to actually implement those systems, you need all of this, you need all of this that you're actually teaching. And that's something nobody actually goes ahead and teaches to other people. So I mean, I've already said it earlier, it's the first time in a year that I've had 7 calls in a month. 7 calls. So I know it's not a lot, but for me, I mean, at the beginning I'd had like 1 call over 3 months. So it's a course. I always like, I think a couple of people have messaged me because you've uploaded a couple of screenshots on. So a couple of people have messaged me and they've asked me what was my opinion. And I've said that this is a course that will actually land you a client. No other course will actually do it. Some others actually tell you how to go about with cold emailing, but they don't really tell you what to write on the emails. They'll tell you to write like really long piece of copy on those emails, and they just don't convert. People don't even bother looking at it they don't even bother clicking twice on the same email. So
exactly, yeah, true. Well,
so,
Tanya,
yeah.
I honestly appreciate that. That is absolutely amazing. I'm so glad that you've enjoyed this. It's been an absolute pleasure as well, actually, coaching you as well, 100%. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. Upwork outreach, 15 of those. Then I'm going to make sure, just double check my first line writers emails for the day, send those out using Lemlist. I think I'm going to do around 20 emails today. Then what I'm going to do is make sure that my personal brand's kind of like being built out. I'm actually working on a huge project I can't really talk about too much right now. You guys are definitely going to love that. And then I just got 2 coaching calls, and I'm going to end off the day particularly just there and go into my night routine, that sort of stuff. I want to take you guys along for the journey. So my first work block is from 8:45 till 10:15. That is 1.5 hours long. So it's 9 a.m. about to jump into my first work block, which is my 15 Upwork proposals. So let's jump straight into it. I actually want to show you guys how like quick this actually takes when you do Upwork outreach. And the funny thing is that literally generates me way more clients than cold emails at this particular moment, just because I've really refined Upwork and really mastered Upwork at this particular point. So like it literally takes me like 45 minutes a day or something like that, and you literally can build like a 10K per month business just using Upwork and social media management clients. Like it's ridiculous. So what I like to do, guys, is I actually like to listen to rain noises in my headphones. Definitely getting some AirPods, by the way. I'm listening to some rain noises. This is the first thing I do. Then what I do is I jump into Upwork, and let's actually start jumping into this. Again, the time is 9:02. I'm gonna jump straight into this and take you guys on for the journey. Peace.
The time is 9:11 a.m.
And I've literally prospected 20 jobs like that are, good fit. There's social media management stuff. For me, guys, if you're wondering, I don't really use Upwork for like Facebook ad clients, just because I found that it's really easy to kind of just get social media management clients on Upwork. I've not really tried, to be honest with you, since I started Upwork, I've not really tried it for Facebook ad clients. I just knew that Upwork was just like a strategy for me where I was just going to use Upwork to get social media management clients, stack those up like $500 clients, but stack up like 10, 20, 30 of those really quickly, and then use that money, for example, to hire first line writers. And this, by the way, is called my hybrid system. It's what I teach to all my students and whatnot. So basically, I see a lot of people out there struggling to get clients using like cold emails. And what they do is they jump straight into cold emails from the very beginning, which, if I'm being honest with you, I feel like it's good to learn cold emails on the side and stuff like that, because that's a real amazing skill to learn. If you can master that, you've pretty much won life, if I'm being honest with you. Imagine just being able to get clients with a cold email. But I've noticed that like, people don't understand who you're going up against. There are literal companies out there, social media marketing agencies out there that are sending like 200 emails a day. You cannot compete with that at the very beginning. They're sending them to the same niches you are, using pretty much very similar scripts and stuff like that. So what I found is that like, if you, to be honest with you guys, let me backtrack a second, because what I've actually really found is that if the key to cold emails is having them personalized and at scale. The more outreach you do, the more conversations you open, the more clients you're going to get. That is literally the secret to SMA. So what I've decided to do is go kind of like a different route, where I use Upwork to get social media management clients, which are like dinky clients. I don't really care about social media management at all, to be honest with you. I don't really do it. I outsource it for very cheap. That's not to say I don't like my clients. I love my clients, of course, and I always give them the best service I possibly can. It's just that, I'm not really passionate about social media management and stuff like that. I'm more passionate about obviously the Facebook ad side of stuff. But I've noticed that like social media management is pretty much really easy. It feels more passive than Facebook ads, if I'm being honest with you. Now that I've worked with a whole bunch of like Facebook ad clients and a whole bunch of social media management clients, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm literally starting to sway towards more social media management type of clients, just because I found it's so much more easier. They don't have as high expectations. It's cheaper to outsource. They don't really communicate with me that much, as in like some clients I don't even speak to on like for like months on end, and they're just completely happy. No news is good news most of the time. So I'm really starting to enjoy like my social media management clients more and more. So I'm actually just building up my kind of like creative agency, building that cash up, scaling it up to maybe like 20K, for example. And then what I'm doing is also siphoning off money from my creative agency using Upwork into stuff like first line writers, lead sources, buying lead sheets, that sort of stuff, and then building my more of like Facebook ads kind of agency outside of Upwork. I think it's better to do it that way, just because like you've got a system that works and it's consistent. You generate new clients, you gain real life sales experience, you at least start getting friggin' replies as well, because I know it's like trying to send emails out when you first get started and you're getting 0 replies. And because of that, you don't really know how to optimize going forward. No reply means you've got no feedback, and if you got no feedback, you don't know what to do different in the future. But with Upwork, you can get like loads of replies, you can tweak your stuff, you get loads of calls as well, so you can actually learn sales pretty quick and get very good at sales. Not only that, but you have lots of experience underneath your belt. Plus, like for me, like right now, I've literally got like 12 clients or something like that. Most of them are obviously social media management clients. But what I'm trying to say here is that like most people don't even get like 12 clients in a year. I've literally got 12 clients right now. So it's like you get a lot of experience underneath your belt in actually managing people, actually running an actual agency. It's a really good way to actually do this. If you guys are interested, let me know, because I do have a 4-week mentorship program, and there is one or two spots available. I can't take on that many students right now because my program is live. I coach you live one-to-one over a 4-week period. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. Anywho, as you can see, it was 9:11, or around 11 minutes past 9, when I actually started first actually recording this. So that literally means it took me 9 minutes to prospect 20 jobs. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply to those jobs. So you guys can time me again if you want. It is now 9:16, obviously, because I've been talking to the camera and whatnot. But like I said, I prospected these 20 jobs. I opened up 20 tabs, by the way, and I applied to 15 of them. Other than that though, I'm going to load up my clipboard, which is meaning like I've got like this tool that allows me to copy and paste stuff, and it saves my copies, almost like my history. So whenever I copy something throughout the day, like, you know, copy and paste some text, it literally saves in like my clipboard, and I can go back to it and choose to paste what I've, you know, copied throughout the day. It's really quick, very cool strategy. I've never heard anybody use that strategy, so you got that from me. So let's go. It's now 9:17. I'll let you guys know when I actually finish this. So what I'm going to do is really quickly just open up Evernote to go grab my cover letter, go grab my answers to some of the questions, and it's literally a copy and paste job from here on out. Like literally, couldn't get any easier. So let's do that. So it is now 9:19. I've got my clipboard loaded up. Took me like a couple of minutes because obviously I have to copy my cover letter, I have to copy my answers to the questions, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start applying to jobs in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So guys, I have just finished my 15 pieces of Upwork outreach. It is now 9:47. That means it took me literally 28 minutes to complete my Upwork outreach. So that's what, 38 minutes, it's actually 37 minutes in total. They actually took me to, first of all, prospect the 20 jobs and apply to 15 out of the 20. Again, I used that buffer window just in case there was 5 that weren't really a good fit. So as you can see, it literally took me 37 minutes to complete this today. I'm telling you right now that like, if you used to do cold emails, for example, you wouldn't even be able to write like 5 personalized first lines in that particular time. Never mind even do the lead sourcing. Like lead sourcing, and this is not what no guru will tell you, lead sourcing within itself is literally like a 9-to-5 job. Going to find e-commerce brands, for example, and then qualifying those and then putting them in a list and then writing the first lines, stuff like that. I'm telling you, try to do that in 37 minutes. Try to do 15 in 37 minutes. If you can do it, leave me a comment below, because I need to learn obviously from you. I'll pay you money to learn from you. I just realized I have 4 messages on Upwork, so I'm actually gonna deal with these real quick, and then we're gonna jump straight into the emails and stuff like that. I wanna, I'll tell you guys all the times and stuff like that, but like I said, currently it's literally 9:49 or something like that, 9:50 or something like that. So I'm just gonna message these people back on Upwork, because I've got a couple. It looks like I've got a couple calls here that I can actually book in. I'm looking at one right now. It says, "Hey Montel, thanks for the message. The reason I didn't share the handle was because the website is currently being built. Would be interested to do a strategy call and discuss the project. Want to set something up with me next week." As you can see, literally just booked a sales call in right there and then. Like literally, I don't want to reveal the person's name, but or my DMs, but like literally that message right there that's kind of highlighted right there, literally a call. But yeah, gonna set up this call real quick, get this booked in. I've got 4 other messages to reply, 3 other messages to reply to. There's 4 in total. This is one of them, so I'm gonna quickly go do that and then jump into my cold emails. So guys, now it is 20 past 10. I'm about to go on break in 10 minutes. I'm literally just replying to some of these messages. So guys, yes, on Upwork there are like people on there that want like those crazy jobs where they're looking to spend like $2 and you need to do like $2 a month and you need to do like 50 different jobs. But yes, all you have to do is just ignore those and say, this job's not a good fit for me. I don't know why everybody gets butthurt and thinks that Upwork is just full of these. Like, it's not full of these at all. I literally, first and foremost, guys, I literally just booked a call with somebody on their particular calendar. Now I've just messaged another dude. This guy said, hey Montel, impressive resume. Are you familiar or have you worked in the crypto space before? Would love to chat to you about how we can make this work. Would love to get on a call to chat. When are you available? And I just sent, and that was sent earlier today at literally 8:40 a.m. I just replied back now at 20 past, it's actually 19 past 10 to be exact. I said, you know, thanks, let's set up a call. I just sent over my calendar link. So hopefully that's 2 calls basically booked. Should be 2 calls basically booked today. I've just booked one. I'm just waiting for him to jump on my calendar and book in. He's online right now because you can see the little green icon next to his name. After that, I'm pretty much done. I just need to record this vlog, maybe edit up a couple of things, do an Instagram story for the personal brand, and just realistically build out my personal brand. My personal brand right now is literally dead, as in like there is no website, there's no email list, there's no pixel data being collected. I'm probably sat on, the funny thing is, like, if I was a typical guru, I'd probably be making like 20k per month right now just from my personal brand alone, just selling a freaking course on what I do. I literally probably am sat on like another 20k per month business. I literally have 0 website, like I said, 0 case study funnels. I don't even put like testimonial. I don't even have a website, guys. It's very poor. I definitely need to fix that. I probably, like I said, I'm sitting on like a 10k, 20k per month business, even though my agency is already doing, you know, 10k. We actually surpassed 13k this particular month. So anywho, I'm gonna jump into my lead sheet and actually just start getting this ready for when I come back after break. On break, what I'm gonna do is, I have break for around 30 minutes, and what I like to do is I like to eat lunch. Oh, sugar. Actually, I've got 2 interviews as well. 1 second, because I know for a fact if I go here, proposals. So Upwork's just amazing as well, guys, because like, take a look at this. Like, not only have I just set up 2 meetings, right, well, 1 meeting to be fair, and one's probably going to get set up later today because it's obviously probably online doing something, you probably might read my message. I actually have 3 interviews right now. So if you take a look, I'm not sure if you can kind of see that. Hopefully you can kind of see that. There's no zoom on this camera, so it might be a little bit. But yeah, these are 3. Like, this is the interview I received 3 hours ago. This is one day ago, and this one I can't believe I've actually missed this. This was literally 12 days ago. So that's obviously not too great. But as you can see, these 2 come in the last 24 hours. So you can actually get inbound leads on Upwork pretty easily. I'm just gonna reply to these, and then I'm gonna go on break because that actually makes more sense now. So guys, it actually seems that that first particular job was, you know, they want content created, and they obviously want somebody in the UK. They are an actual e-com startup, it says funky e-com startup business. So as you can see, you literally can get inbound leads from e-commerce businesses, like literally. So I just replied to that because I didn't actually have to apply to that. That was an inbound lead. They invited me to their job, and then all I do is just send over like an invitation, kind of like accept, kind of like template message, put their name in, and like kind of like personalize it just a little bit. But these guys are looking for somebody on a $15 per hour rate at around 15 hours per week. Now, I don't work on an hourly basis at all, guys, but I just kind of use this as like almost like a placeholder to kind of judge like how much money I can make from this particular gig. $15 an hour times that by 15 hours a week is $225 a week. If you times that by 4, because there's 4 weeks in a month, that's literally a $900 per month client, social media management client, that's literally invited me to a job. So guys, it is now around 10:30 a.m. I've kind of completed my Upwork work for the day, basically my 15 proposals. I applied to those, well, I replied to those interviews. I then also replied to that message, set up a discovery call, actually booked that in. And there's 2 other calls that should come in today from Upwork as well, so that's like 3 calls in a day. Upwork, if you're not using Upwork, you are completely missing out. Just literally forget all of those kind of like misconceptions you've got about Upwork. Use it to build out your agency, just building, you know, just stacking up social media management clients. Then what you do is use that money to kind of then fuel your email outreach, and then, you know, actually do email outreach the right way, which is having first line writers and lead sources to find leads for you, because that's like a $10 an hour job or something like that, and you can't get rich, as they say, doing $10 an hour jobs. Listen guys, I'm a real black person, okay? We don't like runny eggs. I don't know what black person, I don't think I've ever met a black person that doesn't like their food kind of like on the crisp side. Everywhere I go, Nando's, Miller and Carter, everything needs to be crispy. I'm a crispy type of guy. I like my chicken crispy, I like my fish crispy, I like my friggin' eggs brown and kind of crispy. Just a black thing, I guess. I don't know what it is. Hey. So guys, just finished up eating my second breakfast. I call that my fried breakfast. That's like it's after my first work block, my first 1 hour and a half work block. I go into a 30-minute secondary kind of like breakfast type thing. Just literally very basic, just eggs on toast. For me personally, I don't really do fasting. I'm too skinny to be fasting. So I typically want to take on more calories and stuff like that. It's just that I don't have burgers yet because I haven't been shopping yet. I'm still brand new to this apartment and whatnot. Kind of have been shopping here and there, but like my meals are kind of like already prepped and stuff like that. Except for that, I didn't really think about breakfast. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna jump into my second work block. This is again another 1 hour and a half work block. So my work blocks are gonna last around 3 hours. So what I'm going to be doing in this particular work block is I'm going to be doing cold emails in terms of like my first line, right? I should have already finished up writing up 25 cold emails for me, or should I say first lines for the emails. She doesn't write the whole thing. She just writes literally the introduction line, the first line writers. And I found my first line writer on Upwork. I found all my first line writers on Upwork. This is like the fourth or fifth like first line writer I've gone through, just because some people like, kind of like fall off the wagon and don't keep up with the work, or sometimes they just don't listen to my instructions, so I kind of like fire them and hire new people. That said though, guys, I'm gonna jump straight into my work block, send out these emails, make sure that they're obviously kind of like, first of all, I want to make sure that the first lines are obviously up to standard, and then if they are, which normally they typically are because I tell them how to do this, how to spell check their work, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to send them out via Lemlist. After that, that by the way won't take me like much time to do 25 emails. So obviously I don't do the emails myself. I just literally look over the emails, make sure the script's right, make sure the first lines are right, and I literally just send them out literally on Lemlist, and they have follow-ups and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna jump into that and show you guys. So guys, it is currently 11:34 a.m. I've just gone through and I have vetted 25 first lines to be kind of sent out. These are all perfectly written out. So what you're looking at right now is like the company name, the full name, the website of these e-commerce brands. There's the what I call the owner lookup column. This is like a quick way to go and find the owner. This is during my I'm not sure if you've seen the video, but I have like a system that I've created called the reverse prospecting system, and this is kind of like the system. And then there's obviously the position of the person that we found, their actual direct email, and then the last line is like a personalized first email, or should I say personalized first line column. And all of these are just like personalized first lines that my first line writer has literally just written for us. There's a whole bunch of them, and these are the next batch to be sent out from here all the way up until here basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these, I'm just going to double check them one more time and make sure that the company names are all, you know, legit and stuff like that. And what I mean by legit is I format the company name so it looks natural when I'm saying their company name. So for example, if it says something like Montel Clothing Co., I'd literally just call it, you know, Montel Clothing instead. So change the change the business name, the company name, to something that obviously sounds natural when you actually say it in a conversation. That's how your emails should sound. So that said, I'm going to go about, you know, just vetting these company names, make sure that they're formatted correctly, and then I'm going to download the sheet, put it into Lemlist, and send those off as a campaign. So let's do that. So guys, these are all formatted, all 25 of these companies are all formatted correctly. The company names formatted correctly, the names formatted correctly, you know, the first name, last names formatted correctly. And I split them up into 2 different columns. Then I've got the actual email of these business owners. These are all verified by my actual first line writer. And then she also writes the first lines for me. So basically, this is a fully automated system where the leads are pulled in for me, they're vetted for me. The company names are obviously just formatted by me. I just make sure that the company, well, normally my first line writer does this, but I just double check it. Then she actually writes the first lines for me, and all I do is I basically just double check her work, make sure it's all good, and I send it out and basically land clients. I'll throw a screenshot up of a recent call I literally just booked in, I think it was last night. I'll throw that on the screen right now for you guys. Basically, you can see it's like a ridiculously, well, it's quite a decent brand actually. They're making around 50 to 100k per month, so that's actually a decent client that could possibly potentially turn into, you know, an actual good call. Which I've got a call with them tomorrow. Their ad budget, I can't remember what it says, but you guys have seen the screenshot by now anyway. But they've got a decent size ad budget, and again, that came through email through this automated system. Now, the way how I've gone about creating this automated system though is using Upwork first to enable me to scale my business to at least that 5k per month mark is what I recommend to you guys, and then start automating your cold emails. But first, make sure you obviously know how to set meetings first with your cold emails manually, and then you ignite it by scaling it up by adding on, you know, first line writers, 2 first line writers, 3 first line writers. You get the idea. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that these columns have first name, make sure that's spelled correctly, because Lemlist does not like it when you spell things incorrectly or have a case, you know, in the wrong place. Last name. Now all I have to do, guys, is just literally download these by pressing file, go down to press download CSV. While that's downloading, I'm gonna go over to Lemlist, beautiful Lemlist. I've been using Lemlist for ages, guys. I'm still on the, it's like costing me like £25 a month or something like that, because I was literally one of the first adapters on Lemlist, like first people on Lemlist, and I was able to get like the cheapest plan back then, which was like £25. I don't know what that is in dollars. I think it's like $35, something like that, or $30, something like that. Right now I'm getting anywhere between a 80% open rate and around a 12 to 15% reply rate. So emails are working very, very well, and that's because I'm scaling them up using like first line writers, and I understand that like I know how to tweak my emails, how to get a better open rate, how to get a better reply rate, that sort of stuff. So I'm gonna jump into this and actually just get some work done. So all I'm doing now, guys, is making sure that the company name matches up with the company name, like basically the merge tags. Basically, these are what you call merge tags. So the company name is a merge tag, obviously, that's in the Google sheet, and down the actual column of company name, there's different company names, obviously. So I'm just making sure company name matches with the company names, the first name matches with the first names, last names. Custom variables, obviously my first line, and the emails are matching it with the emails. I'm gonna press save. It's found some duplicate leads in some other campaigns. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna actually still send them emails. Yes, because sometimes people don't actually reach back to you. So I'm actually gonna hit them with a new email, and yeah, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 emails in this particular campaign, and they go out after each other. So if somebody doesn't reply after 3 days, I send them an email. If they don't reply to that second email, I send them another email after 3 days, and then after 4 days, if they don't reply to that one, they get sent what you call the breakup email. So I'm just gonna double check my schedules to make sure that they're sending out between 6 a.m. 11 a.m. That's correct. Everything's looking good. I'm just gonna quickly review them just to make sure everything's coming out. The name's in the right place, the first line's in the right place, correct. Everything's in the right place right now. It's looking like. That's the first one, second one, third one. Yep, everything looking like it's all good. I'm gonna press all. And then I'm about to send all of them. This warning sign pops up, of course. I already know, I've taken a look through my scripts. I already know it's working anyway. I didn't really need to create a new campaign for this one, to be honest with you guys. I'm just gonna press OK. And then what's gonna happen is those are basically being sent. It is now 11:47. I'm pretty much done with my most important tasks, my most important income producing activities. Those are my 15 Upwork outreach a day, and my 25 emails are completely done. So basically guys, I have done 40 pieces of outreach today. I am very happy with that. Not only that, but I've also set up one call for sure, because I've actually booked in on their particular calendar. Then I just need to go check back on Upwork to see if I got those other calls booked in. But by the end of the day, I should have 3 calls booked in today, 3 sales calls, and tomorrow I have a call with that brand that I've just basically shown you on the screenshot. So what I'm going to do now is actually finally turn my mobile phone back on. I know it's a little bit early. Normally I turn my phone back on around 1:30 p.m. ish, but because I've pretty much completed my most important IPAs today, I'm going to go on to do a little bit of like personal branding work, probably build out my website a little bit. I'm actually putting together some sort of stuff. Again, I can't really tell you guys about this for my personal brand, so I'm going to be working on that as well. But yeah, I need my phone to do that. So that's what I'm going to do. Peace. So guys, it is now 12:05 p.m. It's finally the afternoon, if you will. So what I'm doing right now, or should I say what I've just done, is basically just double checked my like Instagram, because I had a lead come through for like the personal brand stuff, like my coaching stuff. So as you guys can see, like early this morning, I literally received like, I think it's like 1.5k or something like that into my bank account. Still another 1.5k on the way from like previous clients in my actual Stripe on my way on the way to the bank as well. So right now I've just sent over a split payment of my program, so it's like a 50-50 split payment. I don't really normally do this, but like the student was like really adamant on joining. I really like his vibe, and I really think I can actually help this dude. So you know what, I'll take the risk and we can do a split payment, 50 now and 50 in 2 weeks time, for example. So I'm giving him that opportunity. I've just sent over that invoice. Now what I'm going to do right now, guys, is I'm going to take one of my students coaching calls, and like I said to you earlier, like I just finished up coaching the 4th week with one of my students literally last night, and like I, out of curiosity, I just literally asked her like, how did you feel about the program? Did it help you? That sort of stuff. And she literally spent like I said like a minute to like 2 minutes just explaining how good it was. I like, that was way too good. Like it was not scripted at all. It was just literally me just saying, hey, so out of curiosity, like how did you find the program now that it's finished? And then she was like, oh my days, it was amazing. One of the best things she's ever done. She's never had like 7 calls before in a single month. Typically she would have like 1 call every 3 months or something like that, and she'd been through all the other dudes' courses. She had like 1 call in 3. She'd get like 1 call every 3 months, and this is her first month having like 7 calls in a single month since starting a program, and she just finished it last night. So by the time she just finished it, got to week 4, she already had 7 calls set up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and download this video, take that little snippet out of it and use that as kind of like some credibility to build up my personal brand. Again, my personal brand is pretty much non-existent. Like I'm not one of these other quote-unquote gurus that like pushes their personal brands and run ads and has like a case study funnel, has like a funnel to convert people, which I should be building out, to be honest with you, because it does help me with my credibility and whatnot. But like, as you can see, guys, I've done this without my personal brand. Really, I don't have a website for my personal brand. I've literally done this all on my back, all from Upwork, all from cold emails. So I guess I did it the right way. Now I can now I've got the oomph and the legitness, and it feels good to say this as well. Like I'm not fucking like these other gurus. And now I can start pushing my personal brand and build a website, and then maybe start driving traffic to that. I'll run some little retargeting ads here and there, or at least build some sort of like email list. Like, can you guys imagine how many views I get on YouTube and how many emails I could be collecting if I was doing this properly? Like it's ridiculous. I should be having, I should have a massive email list right now. I'm probably gonna look back at this in like probably like 2 or 3 years and be like, I cannot believe you went 3 years building a personal brand without collecting no pixel data and no emails, and you didn't even have a website for your personal brand. That's actually embarrassing. Like it's genuinely irresponsible, and it's like I can feel it. Like it's like a business that's untapped for me, basically. I can just feel like there's a whole bunch of money on the other side for me just waiting. And obviously, like I said, I don't really want to be a guru that just sells courses or anything like that. But like, at this point, it's pretty much irresponsible for me not to look after my personal brand a bit. So that's what I'm going to do. Go download this video and then edit the snippet out that I want, and then kind of use that as like maybe a throw up on my Instagram story or something like that. And yeah, do that. So that's what I'm going to do right now, guys. So guys, just as I was looking for a sensor beep kind of like sound effect, because the student mentions a certain person's name that has a course on SMMA, and she said that my course was better than his, so obviously I'm going to block out the name. I'm not going to say any names or anything like that. I don't want to throw any shade out at all. It wasn't my words. I didn't say it. I didn't make her say it. I just asked what was your opinion on my particular course. She said, I've taken so-and-so's course, and your course is the one to get because that course is great for systems, blah blah blah. You'll probably hear it. I'll throw it on the screen right now, in fact, in this particular video, but you'll be able to see. But anyway, as that was going on, I literally just received a $500, or should I say £500 payment, which is like $700 or something like that. But yeah, as you can see, it's 12:24 right now. Just received that payment. I'm gonna have to obviously block out the email, but you guys can see that. So yeah, today already it's 12 and we made £500, which is $700 and something. We also had that payment go into my bank account, which was like 1.5k pounds, which is like, I think that's like $2,000 or something like that. I'm not actually too sure. Let's not inflate the numbers here. 1 second. So yeah, it's just over 2,000. It's $2,080 to be exact. That actually went into my bank account from Stripe, and there's another 1,500 in Stripe right now waiting to go into my bank account. I think that's gonna go into my bank account in like 1 or 2 days. Anyway, I'm gonna download this sound effect. I need something to kind of convert this sound effect into an MP3, so this is why this website is kind of loaded up, but it seems like it's not wanting to load for some reason. And guys, I'm gonna jump into my lunch break because I don't really have anything to do until 2:30 p.m, which is a coaching call. And I've got another one after that for a member student. Those are normally around an hour-ish each. So I just got another 2 hours of work, and then I'm pretty much done for the day. Other than, I guess, just learning more stuff on SMMA, trying to get better every single day. That's all it is. Literally just get 1% better every day. I'm pretty sure you've heard my Alexa. It's time to get 1% better today. So I just need to, in the morning, it's all about, you know, going out there and getting customers. In the afternoon, it's all about, you know, sharpening your sword. So guys, what I'm doing right now is literally just rendering the video. As you can hear, the fans are kind of kicking up on my old dusty ass MacBook. I don't know why I've not got one. Like to say, I can't just get one at any frigging time. Anyway guys, just to kind of wrap up this before I go to lunch, it is now 12:41. I'm a little bit late for lunch. I normally go to lunch obviously around 12:15, excuse me, because obviously I pushed my time back. It was supposed to be for 15 minutes, should be in 12:30. Obviously I'm 10 minutes late to that. Lunch, I'm not really feeling that hungry, even though I've got my meal and I'm still going to eat, so obviously I need to take on calories. But this week anyway, I'll throw a screenshot up real quick. We've actually just finished off the week, this particular week, with making 3.6k. It's actually £3,654 total this week, which means that I've actually surpassed, if you go to the 4-week mark on my actual business thing, I don't know if you can kind of see that. I'll kind of try and focus on this, but we've actually surpassed £10,000 in the last 4 weeks. So literally £10,000 in the last 4 weeks. That's actually insane. I didn't even realize that I did that. I've literally just looked at it now. That is fucking insane. What is that in US dollars? So in US dollars, that's actually $13,865. $13,865 I've actually surpassed. Absolutely insane, guys. Like in the last 4 weeks, making that at 25, literally using Upwork and cold emails and a little bit of coaching on the side here and there, without a freaking personal brand website. That is like pinch me. Like it's a bit surreal, man. I kind of lost for words, if I'm being honest with you guys. I knew I would kind of make it to this point, but like there was always like that doubt back of my head, like, will I really do, or am I just saying that to myself to kind of put that positive energy out there to attract it into my reality type of thing. It's just insane, guys, what you can actually do. Yeah, I don't even know what to say, guys. I want to thank all of you guys, obviously, for supporting me and like watching. I'm getting a little bit choked up. Watching my actual journey, but like as you literally just seen that payment come in, it's taken me over the 9k mark, obviously £9,000 to £10,000, And by the way, the profit margins on that are literally around they're at about 85% now. Like, I'm not even joking, like 85 to 90% profit margins. Just because like most of my clients are like social media management clients that I'm literally outsourcing for like $100 per month or something like that per client. So it's, I don't even know what to tell you guys. It's definitely possible. Just go out there, continually push. If you need help or anything like that, I'm not really a guru, but if you know me, you know I can help you scale as well. I've just thrown that testimonial up there as well, so you can get one-to-one help if you really need it. Just literally booking a call with me down below or anything like that. It's actually book a call with me. I don't even know what to say, guys. Like, literally, I don't even know anymore. This is the worst quote-unquote pitch I've ever done. Like, just book a call with me, guys. You can obviously see this shit is actually working for me. I can implement it for you in your business, and teach you exactly what I'm doing on a 4-week one-to-one basis. Look, I can't even talk. I'm kind of choked up. I'm probably gonna go cry in the bathroom or some shit like that while I'm making this video. Go eat some salmon I've got prepared. But yeah, literally, as I've just been sat here editing this video, still editing. If you take a look, I literally just did the maths, and like, I'm actually gonna screenshot that and actually save that freaking screenshot. It's ridiculous. Super proud of myself. Can't believe I've done that. But I've done it. It's crazy. That is fucking crazy. So guys, it is now like 1 p.m. I literally have a 30-minute lunch right now, because normally it's supposed to be around an hour and a half long for my lunch. I like to take extra long lunches just in case I need to cook anything. The TV's on right now. I don't have a TV stand yet. Like, literally. Was there a body? Well, I technically do have a TV stand. It's just not here yet. So I guess technically I don't, to be fair. Literally just watching Lupin right now on Netflix. Lupin, or Lupin, as the British people say it. Over here we've got some salmon. It's, I guess, honey, what is it again? Honey and soy sauce salmon. Very nice stuff. I mean, honest with you guys, like, I love this recipe, and the way how I cook this, amazing. Normally what I do is I just meal prep, because again, food is just one of those things that people spend way too much time thinking about. So like, just getting it automated is kind of like a good thing to do, because like, you don't have to waste time cooking it. You just cook it one time, batch it all out, save it in the fridge, pull it out, put it in the microwave, and you're done in like 2 minutes. So anyway, bro, how you been, man? Just real quick before you jump into this. So what I would do is I'm going to give you this right here, literally the most perfect time they could have mentioned that. I'm going to give you this right here, which is called the foundational metrics analysis, and this is something that we take clients down when we're actually on a call with them, and it breaks down like literally all their metrics, their average order value, like units per order, their cost of goods and stuff like that. And what it does, it kind of like formulates their numbers. So you plug in their numbers into the blue boxes here, and it spits back out like their break-even ROAS, then their target like kind of like profit margins. It also spits back out like the target CPA, what their target ROAS is, and if the ROAS is too high, for example, we just can't take a client on at that particular point, because it's like they're asking for too much straight off the bat, especially like straight after. Obviously, there's going to be clients where the target ROAS is obviously slightly higher than normal, but if the numbers just don't make sense whatsoever, then obviously you can't take that client on, because we are not really in the business to kind of like make a business, as in like our job is not really to make a business. Our business is basically, we're looking for people who are already winning on a small scale, and we're just going to help them amplify that win into bigger wins. So we're not actually trying to make businesses, as in like there's clients out there that will literally think that we've got a business now and it's not doing well, so we just need to hire somebody to make our business do well. And then what they do is just throw money at you, throw money at an agency, and be like, yeah, this agency is like our glimmer of hope, like they're the light at the end of the tunnel, which I don't think you should take clients on like that, because those right there are like the most headache clients you can possibly ever take on. Those clients that kind of like are relying on you to either make it or break it for them, like that right there. When it's like a make or break situation, I never take clients under like a make or break situation. They then say, yeah, let's jump on a call. I then reply back to them saying, hey, here's my calendar, pick any time that suits you. They then book in a call, and then what I do is in my reminder emails, I send them over more information, such as my case study. I send them my case study and stuff like that, so they get indoctrinated before our call, so they can see our results, they can see what we do. and that sort of stuff. So it's almost like a warm-up stage. So in between where I've booked a call with somebody and we actually get on the actual call, in between that might be a day or something like that. So in that day, what I'm doing is I'm sending them over my case studies, that sort of stuff, so they can actually get warmed up to the idea of who I am, what we can do, what we've done for previous clients, stuff like that. And by the way, this is all using like either our results or our media buyers results. It doesn't matter. It's all under your agency name. It literally doesn't matter. Then what happens is we get on a call, and this takes us on to this particular point here, which is the actual sales call. So guys, literally just finished up a coaching call with one of my students, just teaching him some cold email stuff. No, it actually was the sales stuff, excuse me, not the cold email stuff. The cold email stuff was actually this time last week. So just literally coached him the sales stuff. What I've got now is it's 4 p.m. Got a next coaching call coming up pretty soon. So I'm just gonna go probably grab a snack or something like that. Probably chill for a bit and then jump on the other coaching call. After this coaching call, all I have to do is send over some resources to my students and whatnot. Just double check Slack for communications with clients. Other than that, double check Upwork, obviously if I got any replies, and double check my email, see if I got any replies there. I'm pretty much done for the day. Kind of taking you for a whole day, this entire day. It's now 4 p.m. like I said. Gonna go chill, probably watch some Lupin on Netflix, or some Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Shout out to Brooklyn Nine-Nine if you guys watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Anyway, let's do this. Put this so it doesn't go to sleep, so it can render the video. And I'll see you guys pretty soon. Peace. Before I get into this then, let me quickly break down to you like what a traditional guru would teach you and why I'm quite kind of like different and what I'm going to do with you instead, which actually genuinely fucking works. And like, I'll explain to you real quick. So, SMMA, right? Typically when you're starting an SMMA, here's what an average guru would say to you. First of all, typically when anybody wants to start SMMA, this is what they do. They go like this. They go to YouTube, for example. They start typing in SMMA and whatnot, and all the same cliche gurus pop up. These same cliche gurus then tell you to offer Facebook ads to a niche. So what you do is you just randomly pick Facebook ads just because a guru said to, and you just kind of like that. Then what you do is you go and find a niche. And typically what people do is they'll go, oh, I don't know what niche to get into. Let's think about who have money, like who's the people that have money. Then they'll go, oh, car dealerships might be good, or dentists might have money. And then they'll go pick either like car dealerships, dentists, chiropractors, restaurants. They'll pick like the cliche 5 niches, like gyms as well. Those are like the cliche 5 niches. Then here's what they do. They go to Google, right? Then they start looking at like, they type in Google, they Google for like restaurants in Sheffield, for example. By the way, I did this shit as well. Me and my boy Sheldon, I'm not sure if I think you know Sheldon, right? You know Sheldon. So like this is literally what me and Sheldon did back in the day. We literally just Googled, restaurants in Sheffield, and we tried to like cold call up all these restaurants. First of all, you had to Google them, find the restaurants in Sheffield, then prospect them. Which by in itself is like a 9-to-5 job. I'm not even joking. Literally going through all these businesses, qualifying them, looking who the business owner is, like getting their contact details, building what you call a lead sheet. Like all of that is literally like a 9-to-5 job within itself. It's very time consuming, very tedious, it's not very fun, and like it literally got to a point where I actually started hating running my own agency. I'm not even joking. So that's what we were doing. Now let me tell you why I wouldn't say it's wrong, but let me tell you why there's better ways of doing this. First of all, everybody does that. That's literally the path everybody goes down. If I put this, for example, if I put that little snippet there on YouTube and put it up and said, who's done this? Did like a poll thing, literally 99.9% of people would say, yeah, I did this when I first got started. So guys, it is now 5:47 p.m. I've completely finished with my day. Literally just got off my second coaching call. I'm not too sure if you can kind of see that on my screen. As you can see, that's that little, if you guys know what Zoom is, you know that after the call, it kind of like renders and whatnot. Just got off the call now. What I'm going to do now is, because I crossed the 10k pounds per month mark, which is around $13,000, it was actually 10.1k, so it's literally around, I think it might actually be around $14,000. Let's not hype up the numbers again. I don't hype up my numbers, hold up a second. Oh, it's just under 14,000. It's literally it's $13,940 to be exact. But yeah, hit that in a month, this particular month. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to kind of celebrate by taking a photo, I guess, for my personal brand and kind of like putting it out there and kind of just writing a caption about it, like the emotional journey that I've been on and how I finally surpassed 10,000 British pounds. Other than that, I'm pretty much done for the day. It's just about to turn 6 p.m. like I said. After this, what I'm gonna do is probably just chill out for a bit, watch some TV, send over some resources to my students, double check Slack for any client communication. Probably just finish off the day pretty much here, to go watch some TV. That said though guys, that's kind of like being a day in my life. I'm not gonna finish it here because obviously you want to see my night routine, and my night routine really is like my morning routine is a byproduct of my night routine. So I'm gonna kind of show you my night routine. Other than that guys, my most intense bits of the days is pretty much done. I'm gonna go chill for a bit, finish up whatever I was doing, which was sending over resources to some of my students and doing my actual Insta picture, put that up, and that's pretty much it for the day. So guys, it is now, let me double check the time. It is now 9:53 p.m. Literally just been shopping for the first ever time, kind of like in this apartment. Let me kind of pause this this Netflix right now. But basically I finished work around, I can't remember what it was, you guys will already see it. So after my actual second coaching call guys, basically I just kind of chilled and did some light work. I uploaded a photo to my Instagram, for example. I then just basically chilled out, made sure that everybody was good in terms of communication, client communication, made sure that like all my students were good as well, make sure that their resources and templates and scripts and all that sort of stuff was uploaded into their folder. Other than that, I literally just went shopping just for a few little bits here and there, I guess. You can kind of see that, hopefully. Just a few little bits that I need. I mean, it's only me in here, so I don't really need that much. What I'm going to do is actually do some food prep. Not now though. Right now what I'm going to do is I actually have some food in the oven right there. About to just watch some more Lupin. I don't know what it is with Lupin, me and Lupin today. Other than that though guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat, chill, then I'm going to get into my night routine. I know for a fact it's going to be late. This whole day is kind of just being late. Taking the camera around and vlogging this for you guys kind of has pushed my calendar back just a slight bit. Right now, normally I would have already like kind of ate my food and stuff like that. It's just because I didn't really have anything in the fridge because I'm literally brand new still into this apartment. I just got some chamomile tea as well, so I love drinking chamomile tea at night. Putting candles on, playing lo-fi music is normally what I do after I eat. Jump in the shower, of course, and I go to bed, just read a little bit in bed. And then I basically just pass out. That's kind of like my night routine. Obviously, my day's already planned. I make sure that my systems are already set up in terms of, I make sure that my tea is out with the tea bags. Tea bags out, sugars in there, the plates on top. I make sure I've got my actual spoon and knife for the next morning basically. So that's kind of like my night routine. I love just lighting candles at this particular time, especially with this sunset. Take a look at this sunset guys. Like the sky is absolutely ridiculous. I don't think this is going to basically show up. If you take a look at this sky guys. I'm gonna jump in the shower real quick, and then what I'm gonna do is kind of get into like my night clothes, if you will. Pretty much the same pajamas. You guys see me. Hey, leave my pajamas alone, okay? Those are baller pajamas. Other than that, time to light some candles, lo-fi music. Normally my lights go red as well at this particular time. So like, office light red. So like, normally what I do is I just red out my my office. If I'm in there, bedroom light red, and then I just literally have like red lights. The reason being guys is because red lights make me sleepy. It's kind of mimicking the sunset that you've basically just seen out there, mimicking the sunset going down basically, and it's all to do with like melatonin production, helping you sleep well. Drinking chamomile tea helps you get into the mood, gets you into that sleepy mood. Reading books as well, making sure that all my screens are basically got no blue light in them. All my screens go yellowy orange at this particular time. Automatically set using a software called Flux. I highly recommend you get Flux. These bright lights obviously are going to get turned off, and then it's time for like candles and stuff like that. So it's nice and kind of like this chilled vibe. I'm eventually going to get like Alexa lights in here, of course. But these lights, there's just so many of them. It's literally like each one of those light bulbs, I swear, it's like, I can't remember how much they were, but they're quite expensive each. So it's like literally a whole bunch I have to go and buy. Still complaining about prices, even though I'm making 10K a month. But hey guys, you gotta be frugal out here. This is what the kind of like office looks like. All red spotlight there, red main light, my little soft box that you guys seen. Other than that guys, let me go jump in the shower. Then I'm gonna, like I said, just chill out, get into my pajamas, probably listen to some lo-fi music, light my candles all over the place, make sure the place is smelling good. This place always smells good, by the way. That's something, no matter what you say about me, no matter how much you may hate me or love me or whatever it is, you can never say that my place does not smell good at all times. Literally, it just smells like candles. I've got so many candles at this particular point. Anyway guys, see you guys soon. Peace.